Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this new episode of Inspiring Our World. Today, I'm super excited to bring in from Malta a fabulous couple, Alex and Ricarda Russ, and they are going to talk with us about building freedom with Nikken. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you could take this time out of your busy lives, because I know you are busy, and I'm thrilled to chat with you today about your life and your work with Nikken and everything you want to bring to this podcast today.
Yeah, Julie, thank you. Thank you so much for having us. We're pretty excited and happy that you invited us. We're busy and we're happy to be busy or even productive. So we love what we do. We appreciate every day. We're very grateful for all the opportunities we have and everything we've reached so far.
So you have done a lot already, and you're well known in the Nikken global wellness community. People really look up to you. They look to learn from you, what you're doing, what is working. So let's start a little bit from where you began with Nikken. Tell us how you got involved and what happened there.
Times ago, well, that was actually, it was 23 years ago. My father was introduced to Nikken. It was, at that time, it was his pain therapist and doctor. And it was because he was born in 1922, so he already was kind of older, but not that old how he appeared. So he had issues walking, always stressed when he sat down, when he got up. So he really was, like you would imagine, a very, very, very old man. All the other doctors said, well, you got to live with that. We can't have a surgery or something. So, well, he has to have that pain. We can't do a medication and all this stuff because of his heart. So we luckily met this pain therapist, and he said, well, why not try this thing, which was Nikken. And honestly, we thought, magnets? Serious? I was not that open-minded at that time. And, well, times changed and things evolved, so it's not that strange anymore. But at that point, I was thinking, okay, if we have to, why not give it a try? And my mother thought kind of the same way. So we gave it a try. And within minutes and a very, very short time frame, things became really strange, changed. So he was vital again. He was able to walk. He was able to do his things. He was able to get to know his two grandchildren from us, to hold them. So he had a completely different life. I speak of the past because he passed away 14 years ago, but he died of age, not of being sick, being whatever. It was just the time to come, and it was fine. He had a great life, and he enjoyed the rest of his life so much that I already became a preferred customer. So did a bit, not really a lot, but a bit. I used the products because they also helped me and my health a lot. And then at some point I met the love of my life. And so she also got introduced to Nikken.
Yeah, so I know the products because of Alex, and they helped me in a lot of things, because I was very interested in health, but I was not feeling well. So when I started using it, I was vital again. So I was not tired. I had really a better quality of life. So for me, it's so important to have all this stuff at home. So yeah, but the business was not mine. We got our children when I was very young, and for me it was important to be at home, a mom with no work, and Alex has had his project. But 4 years ago, we did a little bit, and then we were very lucky to go to Japan with Nikken. And we met so many great people, and this was the point for us too, that it made click again. And we thought, okay, we want to be with this person, we want to be with this environment, this mindset, this open-minded people. And so, yeah, we started the Nikken business. I know it took a long time, but 4 years ago, we started the real business.
I think it's always perfect, it's like perfect action in perfect divine timing, really. And so I think it's beautiful that you had your value system such that you would take care of, you have 2 boys, right? Is that correct? Yeah? 2 boys. And as a mom of 3 kids, of course, I felt, very much the same when they're little, you want to be there 100%. So I think it's beautiful how you danced with that. And that you, Alex, were really taking this more seriously, and you were very busy with the children. And then when the time was right, 4 years ago, you went, I think now is my time to come in and join. And this is a really cool thing, because a lot of times people struggle with being a couple and doing Nikken together. And I think you may have had your challenges, and we can talk about that, but I have the sense that you found your way to dance very well together with it. How is that for you? Because you're quite the power couple now. Yeah.
It's really serious. It's perfect.
Yeah.
We have, it couldn't be better. I guess it will continue always. But maybe we should talk about our day, which is like every day is a perfect day. Being together. We get up, obviously, so we have a routine. We do a little meditation, or I'll do more priming. Ricarda's more meditating. Then we are both out for a dog walk. We also have a dog, or a little horse more. And then when we're back at home, we jump into the pool, 20 minutes swimming. And then we start the work by contacting people, talking to people. So we get up quite early. Now we sleep a bit longer because the kids don't have to go to school. So we get up at 6, which is still pretty early. But otherwise we have to be even up earlier. So we have the not other people. They start their day. They wake up. They divide themselves from the other half, go to a job they hate or they love, I don't know, but they go away. They see their family, their loved ones, I don't know, at night when they're back from their job. That's a lifestyle I can hardly imagine for myself now. I was self-employed and did kind of the same thing back in Germany when I had an agency. And I went into my office in the morning and came back late because, everything was centering around me and everybody wanted to talk to me. And now it's that we can have something more where we don't have to build on our persons, because it's not that important that it's us. It's important what it is. So what Nikken brings to the table, what these products, these energies, the option to live free, to do what you want to do and not to what you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
So it's not about us. But I love that it's also about us, and that we can thereby nearly be 24/7 together.
I love this, what you're bringing forth, because this is so exactly true, that it's about us, but it's not about us. That is a paradox that a lot of people may not understand. They think it's either all about them or it's all about not them, but it's both. It's both. And I've always felt that, because ultimately we're messengers, right? We have this incredible gift that comes to us. We're like, wow, our lives changed. The life force energy, gave me what I needed. And now I feel vibrant and bright and so forth. And then we want to share it. And so, but it's the sharing that's critical. and giving people an understanding of what Nikken really is, how big it is, especially in the health and wellness industry, especially right now, because it's booming like never before because of the last few years. You know what's happened. Everybody's realizing they have to take more responsibility for their health, self-care, so I love that you brought that in right there, because I think it's so important. Yes, it's about you and the life you want and desiring that and claiming it and saying, I'm worthy of a life of freedom to make my own choices, to be autonomous. But it's also not about me. It's something much bigger than me that's moving through me. Yeah. What do you think about that, Ricarda?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think everything is said. Yes. So the freedom for us it's our life, to have our freedom in every area, and to serve people feels really good. So when I said I was not open for the business years ago, it was because I was really shy. I was shy to speak with people, and I had no clue how to do this business. And I was only a mom. And now I am a mom and can help a lot of people and help me and my family. And this feels so good and right. And yes, the time is more than right now. As you said, people see that they have to look for themselves, for their health, for their jobs, for their freedom, because there is no freedom when you don't choose to have freedom.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And one thing, you and I have talked back and forth here and there a little bit, and one of the impressions I get about you is that you're a very creative woman, and that you need your freedom so you can create in the way you want to create. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yes, I'm very creative, and that's my life. So when I realized that I can be creative in my way with Nikken, everything changed for me, because we are working also online, so I can I'm writing on our blog, and I love this customer service around the people, so to serve them. And yes, beside Nikken, I love creating, like painting, like everything. I need the nature to be creative, and so I have the nature here and I have the nature with Nikken, so it's really perfect. So if there are people who are creative and wants to be self-employed, it's perfect. It's really perfect. It feels so good.
Yes, I love that you're speaking to this, because I think one of the greatest things we have, well, first of all, we don't have any glass ceiling. And for women, that's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have no glass ceiling, but also to just be yourself, your creative self, and have nobody saying that you have to do it just like this. Like everybody does the same thing. They, share. So they contact people in whatever way they do and engage in powerful conversations and enroll them in having our products as customers or in becoming part of the global wellness community. But to do it your way with, your nuance of service to others and so forth, I think that's super special, because nobody gets to tell you, Ricarda, you have to go do it this way, or you got to do it that way, or Alex, no, don't go there, do that. It's like, it's up to you. And so long as it's working, that's great. And of course, if it isn't working, you can always ask your mentors, right? I know you have a marvelous mentor in Igor, and I'm sure you ask him a lot of things a lot of the time because of his success. And that's a beautiful part of Nikken as well.
Definitely. I mean, Igor Gründel has always been and kind of will always be one of the pillars for Europe. He is taking so much care of the whole rhythm of the business, of that everything is in place. He has so much knowledge about everything. I mean, you don't have to know so much, which you can see when you or talk to me. You will realize you don't have to know anything about the products. it's okay if you know where you find the information. But Igor actually has a lot of knowledge and is so willing to share with everyone. I mean, he doesn't mind if it's his organization or Crossline or whatever. And I love that approach to share knowledge with everyone. Yes. So it's pretty seldom, I think, that you find a place, and that was also one thing in Japan, I think, which clicked with us, that there are people who are just willing to give without expecting something in return.
Yes.
Which I found amazing. I never met so many awesome people on one particular place, which actually drove us to say, okay, well, we have to build a downline. Obviously, there are coming a lot of great people in, so we want to have more of those people in our lives. So it makes sense to find them or attract them. But even seeing all the others who were experienced and had seen a lot with Nikken and were looking so much forward for a bright future, and also being so sure about things, as well as being so open to share. Amazing. I mean, if you're given information to somebody else, it does not pay you in cash, but of course it pays you, and of course those people knew that it will pay them one way or the other.
I think it's super important, and I think it's very rare actually in network marketing that everybody works together like this. And this is something that really did come about with all the diamonds and Royal Diamonds agreeing that we all wanted to help everybody.
Yeah.
And that by helping everyone become stronger in the global wellness community, everybody will win. So I love that. And it is a beautiful thing to see that everyone's so willing to do 3-way phone calls with whomever. And it doesn't matter. They don't even often ask, like, are you in my downline? No, it's just like, of course I'll help, So I think that's a great point. And Igor is a wonderful source of knowledge. And he and I talk a lot. I absolutely adore him. We go back, I think, 27 years. We started the same year, 1995. Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, he's very special. And of course, you come from Germany originally, but now you live in Malta, but your business is in a lot of countries, I believe, around. Yeah. So you're spreading your wings and helping others fly as well.
I mean, that's also the ultimate advantage of this business. You just have to have an internet connection, and that's it.
Yeah, so we are using the internet all the day. So what we do, the first thing we do in the morning when we are in our office, we talk with people. That's all we have to do. Today, I know what we have to do. We have to talk with people. Years ago, when I was really so shy, if I had the knowledge I only have to talk with people, maybe it would be easier. But so we talk with them on the phone, LinkedIn, Instagram, everywhere where you could talk with people. So yes. This is great. We get so many emails and questions, and we can help a lot of people everywhere.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm remembering one of my mentors saying, if your throat is getting hoarse, that's a good sign, because the one thing you must be doing is talking with people. And it's a dance, right? It's listening and asking questions and then responding and trying to find out what people really are looking for in their lives, and then saying, maybe I can help you to get what you actually really want.
Yeah, and like you said before, I mean, these times, people are so much more open. I mean, they've realized how important health is. I mean, the ones who did not know before, they know now. Yeah. And also those who thought that their job would be stable and they would work till 65, 60, whatever. They also found out, maybe not. Maybe I have to look for another option, or I've seen that working from home is a valid option. I mean, everybody was working from home, so a lot of people want to stay at home because they've seen how nice it is to see their wives or loved ones or whatever. So they are looking for options, and we have them. I mean, we have the options to give them better prevention, better health, better whatever. And we have the option to give them a chance to earn money to have something different. I mean, if it's paying for the phone bill or rent of a house or whatever, you have the option to earn very, very good money to decide better what you want to do or what you don't want to do.
Absolutely. It's so amazing that it gives so much option for freedom in whatever ways people are looking for that. And everybody's a little bit different and everybody's a little the same. It's interesting. But we do fundamentally want to be happy. We want a fulfilled life. And I think we really want to live our mission, our purpose. And we all have one. It might be a little bit different from someone else's, but I think that's where we get the most fulfillment of everything, in my experience. But you know, the money facilitates that, and the, you know, products facilitate that. So they're all part of this big package.
Absolutely. Back to Japan, the people were so fulfilled and I was not. And I was thinking, okay, I want the same. I want to feel fulfilled. What can I do? So I was listening. I was asking a lot of questions. And and today we have a really good business.
Yeah.
A really good business. And we started it for real 4 years ago.
And it probably, you know, it sounds like things sort of clicked and aligned for you, especially with Japan, that something else happened, another level of like, aha, right? Because we're always looking to help people have the aha with the products, the aha about this business model. You know, what does that really mean? Because we're in two big industries that are growing, you know, health and wellness and network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't even know which one I love the more. Let's talk about that. Which is your favorite, or do you have a favorite?
Oh no, the combination. Definitely the combination.
Why choose if you can have both? So
that's a great response.
no, serious. I mean, there are competitors. There are others who are also into network marketing, and it's great. It's wonderful to see more companies who are going into network marketing. But I'm so much a product guy. I mean, I love the products so much. I don't understand them. I cannot explain every single detail, but I'm in love with those products. And with a marketing concept, of course. I mean, I'm having a marketing background. I used to have an online marketing agency. So I pretty much have an idea what marketing is about. And normally it's about to bring people to buy things they would not want to buy if you would not force them, trigger them, whatever, into buying it. And network marketing is quite different. In network marketing, I think products will not survive who should not be there. We have products that have to be explained. That's why those products, I think those products would not work in another market. Mm-hmm. So we have to explain them to people. But it's not that we have to use mental or psychology to trick them into buying them and then have another strategy to implement that they are sad that they bought them or whatever. Right. We don't need that. I mean, it's we just have to show the product and it's sold. I mean, it sells itself. It's pretty easy. You want to have more energy? Here you go.
Absolutely. And this is so important. And I love what you say about, not knowing a whole lot about the products, because I think people get stuck and trapped sometimes in the idea that they have to become a product expert. And actually, to be a great network marketer, a real professional, the key is to not be a product expert. One of the most important things is to not be a product expert, to know where you can go to get the information, as you said, to lead somebody to a book, to lead somebody to, of course, the Nikken site and all of that. But to not be a product expert is critical, because the key thing in network marketing is if I can do it, you can do it. And if you're an expert, then, and I'm a new person, I'm watching you and I'm like, oh, they're so brilliant. I could never do what they do. And then they go away because they're like, I can't do what you, they can't see themselves in your position. And the key thing is to help people see that this is really not complicated. This is about sharing. This is about being a messenger, because the company has the product information and all the things, you know, and you can lead people to books and stuff. I do that all the time. And say, oh, you might want to read this, but I don't profess to be the expert on, you name it, hydrogen, water, whatever it is, you know, it's like, you don't need that. So I love that you bring that forward, because I think it is a mistake that people make. They get nervous, like I got to know everything about, you know, the waterfall, the Kenko air, sleep. Well, no, you know that it gives you energy, that you feel better when you use the products, and they work synergistically anyway. So it's kind of, how do you even describe that other than, I think of it like Bose, the surround sound, you know, surround sound, that you get that amazing music. And I'm like, that's a wellness home to me. It's the music of the air and the water and the sleep and the insoles and the seat that I'm sitting on and my necklace that, you know, it's the music of the whole thing. It's like a big symphony by Mahler. How are you gonna even describe what a symphony of Mahler is? You have to hear it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same with the wellness home. You got to feel all what it happens when you utilize everything, and the nutritionals, of course, and then you go, oh wow, and all you have to do is share the wow.
People once feel, so
yes,
they don't want to hear everything.
And
yes, exactly.
It's easier. I mean, if people would understand how easy it is, I guess everybody would start. It's just putting in the work, and the work is easy. You don't have to have an education, or gender does not matter, age. There is nothing you have to be. A good person would help, but
somebody who wants to help is helpful, right? Yeah. I think we have to want to literally help people, help our world. Like that's critical, but other than that, anything could go.
Yeah, it's a very short job description.
Yeah, it's great.
You want to help? Okay, welcome.
I love that.
You're more welcome. So, yeah.
I love that. And, you know, what do you see for the future too? Like around, you know, our market penetration, you come from marketing is very, very small. So what do you see as the potential?
Wow. It's going to be awesome, really. I mean, we have everything. I see Nikken right now as a startup with the knowledge of 47 years. So we are in a phase where we are really going to gain speed, where things are really going to compound. It is working and will be unstoppable. As you don't have to, like I said, know things about it. You just have to realize that those things are needed. The information will be spreaded. People will be more and more talking about it. And I think it will probably not happen, but we have products that every single person on this planet should have.
Yes.
Ideally. And like you said, nobody knows about it. I mean, we are looking, for example, on LinkedIn, cold texting with people. And I just had a lady I will meet this week on Zoom. And she said, well, I'm in the network marketing world now, looking for 7 years and doing some things. But I've never heard about Nikken, which is a shame. And I think your product range is very special and therefore very interesting. Mm-hmm. And well, she's true with both. We have a product range that is very, very special, very, very needed. And nearly nobody has heard about it. So the only thing we have to do is go out and spread the news.
Yes, absolutely. You know, from what you're saying, I have to tell you, I remember when I was a really little girl, I was about 7, and I told my parents, one day I'm going to invent something that nobody has and everybody needs, and then I'm going to become rich. And they would laugh. And I'd say, I'm going to become a millionaire. And they would laugh and they would just be like, what are you talking about? But I had this idea that if you can discover something nobody has and everybody needs. So I thought I would invent it. And then when I found Nikken, I was like, Nikken's got it. Something everybody needs that nobody has, a wellness home. And I've never stopped being excited about that ever since. It's such a revelation. And I don't use that word lightly, but I do think it's a revelation when you realize like everybody needs this, nobody's got it, and our job is to share. What about you, Ricarda?
As you said, what you said with your dream. I was reading yesterday some notes and I read this: we are in a dream-based business, dream and build up. So this is what we have to do: dream, build up, take action. That's it.
That's absolutely right. The action component is vital, and that's our will. I always think there's a balance of the mind, the heart, and the will, which are the three main centers energetically of the body. We have to have the will, and the will is the action. The will is, who am I going to talk to today? Who am I going to help today? Who am I going to be a blessing for today? And you don't know where your business will grow, right? You don't have control of it. And it's kind of cool how you see it just growing over here and over here. And it's like so exciting.
It is.
It is. And I mean, if just looking a bit back or a bit longer back, the pain therapist, he I don't know when he quit, but pretty fast. And he was such a blessing for me, for us, for my whole family, for so many people. And some months ago, I contacted him to sign him up again, but this time as my downline. And that worked, but he did not even know what a blessing he was. He did not remember what really awesome he did for my father. He had no idea what he did for me and my family, not only to give us hope in really, really hard times, but also give us the opportunity to now live the way we live, just by sharing it. I mean, he did not even stay, he did not even mentor, he did not even whatever, but he told it, and I told it, and other people now are telling it. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I will live till I'm 120, but I could die now and things would still go on.
Aww.
And that's awesome.
I love that. And I love that you told him that, because I think it's really true. I'm thinking my sponsor was actually a German woman, Rita, and Rita was very shy. But somehow, because she was shy, and I knew her she was a massage therapist, I trusted her and I liked her, not just because she was shy, but I knew she had a great heart. And so when she very gently said, maybe you should take a look at this, I was okay with it, because she didn't come on strong. She didn't say you can just make a lot of money, because as a healer, I wasn't focused that way. Even though we all need money, I was focused more on the health side. Does it help people? So yeah, it's beautiful. Well, we're coming up to our time, but I'm sure if there are some last words that you would both like to say, I would love to hear, and everyone else here would love to hear them.
If you have a dream, go for it and put in the work. It's so worth it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ricarda.
Thank you. It was nice to speak with you.
Lovely. I've been looking forward to this for ages. And Alex, what about you?
She's right. It's actually, I've overcomplicated things for years. People just should give it a try. Ask whoever they have to ask what they should do. It's simple things that have to be done, so you have to take action, but it's simple, easy, and at the end it's even fun. So why not give it a try?
Absolutely. Well, we love what you're doing. We're so thrilled and so proud of you both. Honestly, it's just marvelous to watch you it's like seeing your wings just come out and you're flying high, and it's a real pleasure. So keep flying, and I know you'll be in Japan for sure. So I'll be seeing you there. And everyone who's listening, I hope you're coming to Japan as well. And so thank you again for taking your time out of your busy day and your kids and everything. And thank you everyone for listening. I hope you loved this podcast as much as I did. These two are treasures. They're going to become national treasures, international treasures, shall we say, in Nikken. So enjoy this week. Don't forget, you can hear this podcast on YouTube and see it there with video. But you can also hear on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. And don't forget to share. It's all about sharing. So thank you so much. Many blessings to you. Have a wonderful evening and have a wonderful week, everyone. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.